Okay. This has to be good. Let's check this out. You know, homeboy looks good. So let's check it out.
Yep, today I'm going to be giving you my 3 favorite credit cards that anyone can get to raise your scores up so you can start qualifying for some really sick cards like this guy. You need a credit card to get them up.
Boy, if you don't get... So I've been spending the morning researching online, trying to find some of the best instant approval credit cards, and there is a lot of bad information out on the market with a lot of views. I think this is a video that we have to make to address, to make sure that you guys don't make the wrong decision, because I please do not get the PayPal. What is that? What card is that? The PayPal, what is that, bruh? Was that a PayPal debit card? Why does he have a PayPal debit card? So in today's video, we're going to cover 4 things. We're going to talk about some of the common misconceptions that you guys should be aware of when we're talking about getting approved for any card, or some of the instant approval credit card myths that are out there. For the second thing, we're also going to talk about things you guys should never do and things you guys should look out for within other credit card issuers in this market. Because let me tell you guys, there are some credit issuers that do not care a crap about you, and they are in it for themselves, and you guys need to know who they are and what you guys should look out for. For the third topic, we're actually going to be talking about the cards you should consider, the cards you guys should apply for. It's not going to be all bad. I'm going to give you guys some actionable things, and by the end of the video, you guys are going to know exactly what you should do, which cards you should apply for, and really the strategic long-term strategy you should have in terms of getting your credit right and getting approved for some of these cards. And last but not least, for the fourth topic, I'm going to share with you guys a little hack called the shopping cart hack that a lot of you guys may not have heard of or have no idea about, and this is another easy way for you guys to actually get instant approvals for these type of credit cards. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so to start out this video, there are a lot of common misconceptions that we should cover. I think one of the biggest ones is that when you do apply for a credit card, that it's always going to affect your credit report. I know a lot of people think that if you apply for a new credit card and that hard pull comes in, your score is forever going to be damaged. And one of the things I hear constantly on a consistent basis, even outside of YouTube, when I just go out, people assume that if I apply for a new credit card, it's just going to lower my score and it's never going to go up. That is actually not the case. If you guys get a hard pull on your account, I do not believe it is a bad thing. Your score will go back up, and I know when you check your credit card account, that little hard inquiry section is always going to be red, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. The most important things when it comes to your credit score is actually going to be your utilization, how often you pay off your cards, and how obedient you are in terms of being disciplined and paying off your cards on time. Now, another common misconception that a lot of people assume is that you get accepted for every single credit card out there, regardless of what lender it comes from. So even if it is one of the most subprime crappy lenders, or if it's a store card, people assume that you will 100% get approved all the time, because that score recommendation graph can go from 300 to 600 and you fall within it. It is not the case. There are so many different reasons why a credit card issuer can actually deny you. We're not going to go into the specifics of that, but I'm going to share with you guys later on in the video what you guys should be looking out for and how you can adjust yourself so you can get accepted for more of these cards. Now, there are definitely some things you guys should never do when it comes to credit cards. I think this goes without saying, but you should never try to at least carry a balance on your credit card. It defeats the whole purpose of using credit cards, using the points and miles to travel for free. If you're accumulating debt, you're paying 15 to 20%, sometimes even 30% of interest on your credit card debt that you have. It defeats the purpose. You are losing out on money, and the main priority you should have right now is actually focusing on paying off that debt by budgeting, by cutting out your expenses, trying to increase that income and paying off that amount. You do not want to carry debt. I know this goes without saying. I know a lot of people know this, but I do still have to state it. Do not get credit cards if you plan on carrying debt with it. It is not the way you want to go about it, and that is not what I teach on this channel. Now, another thing I do not recommend, and things you guys should never do, is you want to be very careful about who you give your sensitive information to when you apply for a new credit card. There are a lot of lenders out there, and surprisingly, some of these lenders are not in it for your best interest. They are a company, they are a business, and some of them really don't give a crap about the people that sign up with them. Look, I'm not going to mention any specific specific companies, but there is one company that rhymes with Ferret One.
Oh, row the boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily.
Another company that you guys may be able to guess, it is Credit 3 minus 2, and whatever that number is, may be a company that you guys may not want to go for. And I may be extra careful right now about stating them because they really have this love of sending out these cease and desist letters to other influencers and blogs that do not talk good about them. That should be another reason why you guys shouldn't consider it. But how do I know, Brian, if this is a good credit card issuer to go with? How do I know if I can trust them with having my information and they're not going to do any shady stuff with me? I always recommend you guys to do this regardless of credit card issuers. Even if you're shopping for a company, or if you decide to work with a freelancing company or a new marketing agency for whatever business you may have, I always recommend using the websites either Consumer Affairs or BBB.com. These are businesses or websites that allow you to check the reviews on that certain company or corporation. So for me, I know if I Google this one specific company, I'm expecting to see a lot of bad reviews. And when I do see those bad reviews, and when I see other people who have gotten ripped off or have been treated awfully by some of these companies, I know this is not someone I want to go with.
Begone, son.
So now let's actually talk about exactly how you guys can get approved for more of these cards. So if you're someone who's just getting into the credit card game, you don't really know what type of history you have, you are actually in a good situation because a lot of these lenders are prepared for you. So you really want to put it into the perspective of a company or a marketing funnel. You guys would be considered top of the traffic, cold target people that a lot of these issuers actually want. They want to bring you in. That's why you'll see some of these credit card issuers and companies and banks going to different colleges because they know if they are with you in the beginning as the cold traffic that you are, chances are you're going to sign up for the other products that they have during the remainder of your lifetime. And really what these businesses focus is on the lifetime value of a customer, also known as the LTV. So if I sign up with Chase in the very beginning, chances are I might actually bank with them too. I might get my auto loan from them. I might get my mortgage from them. And that actually gives them more money in the long run. So banks and issuers are actually more open to new applicants, but there are some people that you want to be considered about. Chase is actually the one applicant that doesn't want new applicants for whatever reason, what they have. But if we're talking about other issuers like Citi, Discover, even American Express, they do welcome new issuers. You just want to make sure you start out with their starter cards and not one of their more advanced luxury premium tier cards. So if I came out with my own list of issuers, depending on the leniency and the high acceptance rates they would have for new applicants, here's how I would start. I would rank Citi as a number one just because I rarely hear about people getting denied from Citi, and they are known to have a very, very good acceptance rate, especially with people who have thin credit files. After Citi, I would put Discover just because they are very, very open to new applicants. They don't really have their own line of premium luxury tier cards. So Discover is really one of those issuers that a lot of people go to as their first basic starter card, their first college student credit card. And it's the card that I personally recommend. If you guys can get accepted with Discover as your first card like I did, it's what I recommend. It's what you'll hear everyone recommend. Start with Discover. But if you can't, I would say Citi does not have a bad program at all too. And you guys will probably get a lot of those direct mail offers or see a lot of their ads and banners wherever you travel, signing up for Citi's most basic cards because they want to get you inside of their ecosystem as well too. So Citi, Discover, I would say Capital One either fits like next to Discover or even in between. They do accept a lot of applicants as well. And then after that, I would put American Express. And then after American Express, I would put Chase as the last issuer in terms of accepting new applicants. Chase just really doesn't like new applicants. They do prefer their users to have at least 2 credit cards with some type of history on those credit cards before you actually apply for it. So I have seen instances where people do have incredible credit scores of like 750, 780, and they still get denied for Chase. So the biggest takeaway from that is to understand that each issuer has their own algorithm in terms of accepting or denying new applicants. But if you do get denied for a credit card, make sure you guys watch my how to get approved for any credit card video. I've seen a lot of people who do get denied, but they actually do the secret little tip that I share in that video where they actually get approved for any credit card after that. So that is a video worth watching as well too. Now for me, I always recommend starting out with an unsecured credit card. This is just a typical regular credit card. Unsecured is a regular credit card that you guys see the ads for, that you guys see people using. The secured credit cards is like a beginner or basic version of that. It's kind of like your training wheels on a bicycle. If you're trying to get started and you can't ride the bike at all, you've tried it, you got to throw the training wheels on, and that's actually going to be the secured card. No shame in that, you guys. There's nothing wrong with a secured card. Some people just need a little booster in the beginning. I would take the booster with pride. A secured credit card is basically a credit card where you put down your own deposits. So say I sign up for Discover Student IT card, they deny me. I will then apply for the Discover secured card, and with that card I will put down a deposit of like $500. This basically tells the lenders like, look, I got the money for it. If I run away with the $500, it's my own money. And it basically allows you to build your credit report and really do it by putting your own money where the credit issuers don't have to risk anything or lose anything at all. And that's really the reason why they deny a lot of people. They don't want people running off with their own money. They don't want to be losing money. They don't want to go through the hassle of going to collections, chasing after people, setting up debt repayment. And although interest is good for these companies, it's not worth it in most of these times, and this is why they do deny people if they have to go through all these loops and hoops for them to get their money back. Now, we would naturally assume that people still get accepted for a card like the Discover secured card. Why? Like, who would deny someone for a Discover secured card? How is that even possible? Well, to my surprise, and maybe to your surprise too, there are still people that get denied for the Discover secured card, and those people end up coming back on my videos and commenting,
Brian, I can't believe you said everyone gets accepted for a secured card. I got denied. Why did I get denied?
For me, it does get a little frustrating when some of these people that are commenting on my videos have 3 bankruptcies before the age of 21. They have 15 delinquencies on their account. They have $250,000 of student loans. And then they come onto my YouTube channel and they say, Brian, I just got denied for a Discover Student IT card. I don't know why. Why did you recommend this? I thought we get approved for every single one of these cards. Look, if you get denied for a secured card, if you get denied for a basic starter card, I don't have to tell you exactly why you got denied. You know why? Because these credit issuers will tell you exactly why. So before you send me a message, before I get an email with this whole thing stating, Brian, I don't know why I got denied, they will literally tell you why you got denied. Please keep that in mind. These credit issuers tell you exactly the reasons why they did not accept you for that card. Now, if you're someone who does have a million bankruptcies, all those delinquencies, you've been sent to collections, and you are a high-risk individual, you do not start out with a video like this. You actually start out by going to a credit repair agency where they basically ask you for your credit report, they ask you for your files, they do a little bit of this, they do a little bit of that, and they basically allow you to test some of the collections, the marks, the derogatory things on your account for you to repair your credit report, and then you go back into the credit card game. If you're someone who already has 6 figures worth of credit card debt and then you're coming to a video not wondering why you can get accepted, it just takes a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, it takes a little bit of this. Now, I really don't want to end my video on a bad note. If you are someone who has a million bankruptcies, look, I get it, it's okay. You know, I've played Monopoly, I've gotten bankruptcies in that a couple times too. I know it happens to the best people out here. It happens, okay? Credit card debt happens, credit card interest, collections, these things happen. It's life, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. I made a video on how you guys should pay off your debt, what you guys should do if you have credit card debt right over here, but I'm also going to share with you guys one little hack, one little secret trick that you guys can also do, and this is called the shopping cart trick, or tip, or hack, whatever you guys want to call it. Now, this method has been available online for quite a while, and this actually works online. So if you guys go in store to a person, usually this won't work because they still have to check your credit report. But the easiest way to understand this is if I'm going online, say I'm going to jcrew.com and I'm shopping for some new trousers, you know, trying to buy a new shirt. I basically fill out my shopping cart, I put in my information, I give it a couple seconds, I make sure that my ad blocker is not turned on if it is anyways, and then I wait, and sometimes you guys will get an offer called a pre-approval offer for a credit card. This means that they run you by doing a soft pull, and when this happens, they actually don't check your full credit report, and they have the opportunity to accept you for that credit card without seeing your full credit report. This is the shopping cart trick. If you're someone who's looking to build their credit, if you're someone who's looking to repair their credit, if you're someone who's looking to add a couple more credit cards onto their profile to lessen that utilization, or to just get a couple more cards that will help them and other issuers see that they are responsible for those cards, The shopping cart trick is basically an easy way for you guys to do that. J.Crew is not the only website. There are a list of websites that you guys can check out. I know express.com is another one of them. Usually when you do sign up for a credit card like that too, they also give you a discount on your full amount on your order. Now, there are times I do not recommend this. If you do have a good credit score already, if you already have a relationship with Chase or American Express, and you really don't want to waste any of your slots like the 524 slot that Chase has, then you do not want to do this. But if you're someone who's looking to get instant approval for any credit cards out there, this is really an easy way for you guys to do that. It's a little hack that's been out there, and a lot of websites do know that people are taking advantage of this. It's a lot easier to get accepted for these co-branded cards compared to the main cards that some of these banks and credit card issuers would offer. Now guys, I really hope this video did help you guys out. If you guys are interested at all in any of the credit cards I mentioned, I will have a link down below in the description. If you guys take that link, I do get a small affiliate commission for that. Do not feel obliged to take any of that links. You don't have to, but good karma to you, and I thank you if you do. Now, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. And my question to you guys is, who's the worst credit card issuer? I want to hear from you guys. I may not be able to say who I believe is the worst credit card issuer, but I know you guys know who it is, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on who you think the worst credit card issuer is down below. Let the community know. Please don't get credit card debt. Please use credit cards responsibly, and know that there is always a better tomorrow. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped someone out, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Pa, 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 pa. Peace.